Hey there, vinyl community. I'm back with another vinyl update. Here are some recent finds from the flea market this Sunday and my vacation on the coast of British Columbia, Canada. So I have some really interesting finds here and I'm super happy to share them with you. So I'm going to start with an album that I just picked up on Sunday, and I love this album. I highly recommend this. This was really cheap. It's from 2015, and this is Leon Bridges with Coming Home. I've seen a good amount of people showing this album, and I've never really heard it. Some great soul music, a little bit of gospel influences, and man, this guy's got a voice. So if you haven't checked him out, you really need to. And this sounds great on vinyl, released by Columbia. And some really interesting Canadian groups that I've found this time, and here's the first one. There's lots of them mixed in. This is the Grapes of Wrath. This is their 1987 release on the Capitol Rainbow label when they brought that back in the late 80s. And this is just some kind of pop alternative from the Canada late 80s. And here we have a UK pressing of Brenda Lee, Sincerely, on the Brunswick label. And I love some Brenda Lee. Great voice. And to find a cool UK pressing, that's awesome. Next up, still got the price tag on the cover there, but this was from a great record store in Powell River, BC, where I was, called Roxy Records. Shout out to the great owner there and his great quality of vinyl. This is XTC. This is my first album by them, and I really enjoyed that. I know everybody loves XTC, like Hannah, the Omaha Introvert, and David Michael, Naz Nomad. And here's a Frank Sinatra album next up that I've been waiting to find for a long time. It's not extremely rare, but I enjoy this album a lot. This is Frank Sinatra's Cycles from 1969, I think, on the Reprise label. And that's just a nice album. If you haven't checked that one out, I recommend it. Now, this was super cool yesterday from the flea market. This is The Wind and the Willows. The Wind in the Willows. Now, this, of course, is Debbie Harry from Blondie's first group. This is from 1968 on the Capitol label, and this is some really interesting music. Kind of psychedelic. It's got some flutes and that, and you can definitely hear Debbie Harry's voice, Blondie voice in there, and I love finding stuff like that, stuff like the Stone Ponies with Linda Ronstadt, and those types of things. So here's another garage rock find. This is the Wailers from 1969, or 61, excuse me. This is on the Etiquette label, and this is the Fabulous Wailers live at the Castle. And there's the label. Cool album. Enjoy them a lot. It's my second one by them, so I never find their stuff. Same with this one. I have a reissue of this from 1968, and this one's not in great condition, so it's good that I have that later pressing. But this is an original Canadian pressing of Clyde McPhatter with the Drifters from 1956. Moving on here. This is a great late 80s country album from Clint Black. This is Killing Time, and this is on the RCA label, a nice US pressing in the shrink wrap. Next up, we have a Goodwill find. I stopped at Goodwill the other day, and I'm going to go again tomorrow. This is Chicago 17. Cool album. It's got some really good songs on it. Stay the Night is one of my favorite songs by them. I've loved that song for a long time. And then we have, one second, sorry. We have Concrete Blonde with Free. I never see their albums either, so that was another very cool album from the late 80s. Found a lot of different albums that I don't usually see. And next up, we have this cool Canadian album. Now, this is Autographed, and this is a group called Pretty Boy Floyd. And there was an American group with the same name that you guys may know, but this is a Canadian group from Vancouver, British Columbia, and two of the members from this group are from Powell River, British Columbia, where I was. And it was really cool because the guy at the record store, he said that he went to high school with two of them, so that was just super cool to make those types of connections. And this is a really nice listen. It's kind of glam rock hard rock, and very underrated. Tommy Floyd is the lead singer, and really awesome. Next up here, another Canadian classic. This is the Northern Pikes, and I'll show you the vinyl on this. That's what really got me, and that I never see their albums. This is Pike Green vinyl, and that was super cool to find for a good price too. I mean, I've never. That's the first time I've seen a Northern Pikes album in the wild. I know I say a lot. That's okay. So, on to the next one. Well, I got a little bit more to go. I'm just kind of picking it up stack by stack now. Of course, you can see on this cover it's got a lot of damage on it, but how could I pass this up for like a couple bucks? The vinyl on this is so nice. This is the second mono pressing of Bob Dylan's debut from 1962, and I love Bob, and I've never seen that one in the wild, so it was cool, even though it's a second pressing and a little bit rough. I mean, how can you go wrong? And we're going in the same year here with 1962, Ian and Sylvia's first album. Great, of course, Ian Tyson, and I just heard that he was a bit sick, so I hope that he gets better soon. And I love Ian and Sylvia. You cannot go wrong with that great Canadian music. Next up, we've got Herman's Hermits with Blaze. I could never find this album, and this is on Quality. It's a Herman's album that I just can't find, it seems. So now I have it, and I'm very happy. Sorry guys, just bear with me here. And this is Marvin Gaye and Mary Wells with Together. This is an original pressing on Motown. I love getting these original Marvin Gayes, and of course this one, I was super happy that it has the original inner sleeve. Alright, on to the next one. We've got some more really neat music. This is Paul Horn with another great album by him. I love his music, and this one's really cool because it's with a guy who does some synthesizer, and I pick up everything I find by Paul Horn. Really good artist, and this is just some really good chill music, and I recommend it. And last little stack here. This was cool. This is a red vinyl 12-inch single to Helix, another Canadian group on the Capitol label. We're almost at the end here. And here is the new Only Elvis find. This is the new Elvis Presley album. This is Where No One Stands Alone, and it's on RCA, Sony Legacy. Super cool album. These are all of his gospel, a lot of his gospel tracks with new instrumentation, and I really enjoyed this listen. Wow, they did an amazing job, and I hope that they put out more. I might do a review on this, so I'm not going to talk about it too much, but just some really nice songs and great packaging by them for once. They're usually not the best at packaging things, but on that one I was definitely surprised. One of my favorite songs, I just ordered the 45 to this a while ago, and I picked this one up on the cheap. This is Laid Back with Sunshine Reggae. It's on Sire, and wow, that's just a classic. Great song, and summer's almost over, but still going to listen to it because I love that song. And here's a cool one. Martha Reeves and the Vandellas with Dance Party from 1965, and this one has Dancing in the Street on it and a lot of cool dancing songs. That's an original. Almost at the end here. Sinatra and Basie. I've been looking for this one for a long time. This is from 64, and of course it's got Fly Me to the Moon on it, which is a cool song, and of course a classic. That's a great copy on the reprise, of course. And then 2 box sets to end this off. So in one of my previous videos, I showed you that I picked up an original of the Sonics, their first album. I knew about them, but I just picked up this box set the other day. This is the Sonics with 50. So it's got 3 of their albums in it. And these albums are super well done. Like, to the point where it feels like an old album. Like, they've made it super cool. So that was awesome. It's got a booklet in it, and a poster. And then to end the video off, let's do it with Johnny Cash. This is the Best of Johnny Cash, a nice Reader's Digest box, 5 LPs. So you really can't go wrong. And I was super happy to find these records. I should be back with another update. There's a record show coming up this weekend here in Calgary, so I'm super excited to go to that, of course, and then back to college again soon. So everybody take care. Thanks so much for watching and subscribing and commenting. I really appreciate it. Have a great day.